Hello, hello, everybody.
I'm not sleeping with you all night, but I will watch TV for a little while while you do your thing there. But can you clean that up, so? Because I'm just gonna throw in the. Did you pause it?
She's sleeping.
Are we on mute?
Okay, I think I muted everybody. So happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. It's good to see you guys. So, all right, I'm gonna give everybody another minute to hop on, and then we'll get this thing started. So I did make sure that we're recording. So if anybody wants the recording or needs the recording, we will have it. So how's everybody doing? Y'all are gonna really love my guest trainer for next week. Not that y'all don't love me, but you're gonna be really excited about who I'm gonna have on for you guys next Sunday. But it's gonna be at an earlier time next week. So next week it's gonna be at 8 o'clock because that is what time the guest speaker is going to be on. So we'll go ahead and get this started. I know it's Sunday night. We're committed to doing these things every Sunday night between now and the rank advancement until conference. And so, but I want to be super respectful of everyone's time. So we're going to be getting right in, and I'm going to touch a little bit on what we're going to go over tonight. I'm actually going to talk a little bit tomorrow as well in our live training that is in our team page. But tonight we're going to be talking about exposures, how to make sure that you are exposing all, are you using the tools and the resources that Lavelle is giving you to create the proper exposures. And so we're going to get right into that. And so I'm going to cover that in three different ways tonight. So the first way, so here's the three ways that we're going to be talking about it. First, we're going to be talking about the new website, how to generate conversations using the new website, exposures through Facebook Live events, and exposure through the USA Today article that's coming out on Friday. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be going over how you can be implementing and how you can be putting into practice ways to make sure that you are exposing and starting conversations the right way by attracting people to you, how to approach people that maybe you've talked to before, how to approach new people, and make sure that you are having effective conversations, because that is what will grow this business always and forever, is effective conversations. That is what this is all about. So we're going to just jump right into it. So one of the first things I'm going to give you is a script on something so we're going to be talking about this new website. So for those of you that maybe haven't had a chance yet to check it out, it's www.yourusername, whatever your username is. So mine is amberldavis.thrive123.com. And so we're going to go over, I'm going to give you guys a script on how you can use this as a follow-up tool to create exposures to people that are, one, that maybe you're intimidated to talk to, that have told you they never want to join your business, different people like that. So I'm going to share with you, let me pull it up. I have it on my computer as a PDF file, but I wanted to be able to read it to you from my phone. So, okay, so with this Thrive 123 website, how you can be using this to have good conversations this week is, and I'm going to type this in the chat as well so that you'll have it, but taking the market research approach. So how do we do that? So what does that mean? So we have this new website. We also have the USA Today article that's going to be coming out on Friday, February 22nd. Guys, and we'll get into this more when we get into this topic. Right now we're talking about how to effectively use the website. Hey, Kara, thanks for joining us. we're talking about effective exposures, how to use tools that Lavelle has given us to have effective exposures to essentially create effective conversations, because that's how you build this business, is through conversation. So we have this new website, and if you haven't had a chance yet to really use this new website to get back into your network, I've got the way for you to do that. And so we're talking about market research approach. So if you've got a pen, you're going to want to write this part down. So since Kara just joined us, I'm gonna use her name. So, hey Kara, how's everything going? And this is specifically maybe for somebody that has flat out ignored you, has told you they're not interested. That's kind of who we're talking about. So this is kind of a reapproach to getting back into your network, or maybe people that you have never really talked to about what you do. I know that you are not interested in joining. So right from the get-go, you established like, hey, I'm not asking you to join. Like, you're taking that away. So I know that you are not interested in joining my business, but I could really use your help in something that is related to my business. Things have been going really well, and I have been asked by my company to do some market research on a new website that we just launched. I need some people that I can trust to give me some honest feedback, and that's you. So you're giving a compliment. You're letting them know, like, I really value what you have to say. I really trust your opinion. If I sent you over this website, this new website, would you be willing to check it out and let me know what you think? It would really be a huge help to get the feedback to help us better market, thrive, or whatever in the future. So the thing that's so great about this, and this is a borrowed script. Remember last week we talked about like learning from people and other people that have done what you've done. Like I joined this like 5-day recruiting boot camp thing, and they sent social media scripts. And this was one of them. And I thought, man, this is so perfect because we just launched a new website. And so with the Thrive 123, it is such a great way for you to just go start a conversation with somebody and just say, hey, like I said, I know that you're not interested in thriving, which is actually why I want you to help me with this, because you can look at this from somebody who is essentially not interested in the product, and send them over that website. Ask them, is it okay? Because now it's such an easy conversation, because they're going to look at it and they're going to tell you, well, I thought it was really easy, or I thought it was this, or I thought it was that. Like, it's guaranteed eyeballs to your website when you approach it that way of, hey, I'm not asking you to purchase anything. I'm not even asking you to make a free account. Like, we're not even talking about them joining your email list, anything. You're simply just going back to them and saying, I acknowledge the fact that you've told me that you're not interested in this. However, I really appreciate, I think you have a really great business eye. I think you have a really great, I love how you market this, or you're in marketing, or you're this, or, I know you were turned off maybe by our old website. I would love to kind of know like what you think about this new website. And it's such an easy way to generate that new conversation and have them go over to your new website and give you feedback. What do they like? Because here's the thing. If people that are not thriving don't like that website, don't use it. Go back to your Lavelle.com website. Go back to your Thrive 2.0 website. Like, you want to use what speaks to people. And people that have told you I'm not interested, they'll probably give you some feedback. They'll be glad to probably give you some feedback on this new website. So that is a really easy way to that's a really easy way to get this Thrive 123 website out in front of some people that maybe you would love for them to be thriving with you. You would love for them to want to thrive. And this is such an and another great thing is that when they come back to you and they start giving you that feedback, it is going to be such like right around the corner is, for checking that out for me and giving me your feedback, would you want me to send you a trial pack? Would you want it? Did you see anything that you'd like? I have some pro bars that I could send your way, or a sample of form or whatever. Like, it is, you know, when you start getting that conversation going, it's such an easy way for you to kind of to lead into that next step, because they're going to tell you what they liked, what they didn't like. Oh my gosh, is it really that easy to join? You know, you can really join for free. Like, you get a free website, all of those things. Like, you just never know. But the point is that you're trying to get out there and generate that conversation. And that's so duplicatable. Anybody can ask anybody, hey, I have this new website. I want to see if is it user friendly? Do you think this is complicated? I used to think our other one was complicated. I'd love to kind of hear, you know, you've never bought, you know, you've never wanted to try Thrive, you know, experience Thrive. Is it because the website was a turnoff? What do you think about this one? I mean, there's so many different ways that you can use this. And one of the things that I even saw Erin Aponte and Natasha and Tony talked about that on Thursday. If you hopped on their training, she talked a lot about how she like has been, you know, reaching back out and following up like crazy using this Thrive 123 website. We got a new website. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Erin Aponte made this post. He was like, "Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on a new website. If I send it to you, would you be willing to take a look at it and give me some feedback?" I mean, he didn't mention anything about Lavelle has a new website. I'd love for you to look at it. Let me know if that makes you want to buy Thrive now. You know, like, it's not about that. It's about generating a conversation and seeing who's paying attention to really what you're doing. And then, of course, if it's some non-thrivers, like, you hop on that messenger like white on rice, right? You know what I'm talking about. So that is how we really need to be using the Thrive 123 website this week. So one of the things I really want to challenge you guys with, 5 a day, asking 5 new people that are not thriving with you. And you might have a customer account. They might have a customer account. They might not. Just simply approach them with that. I'd really love your opinion. I'm working on something new. My company asked me to get some feedback. I mean, build yourself up. Like, they've come to me, you know, like, make yourself a freaking big deal. Like, people are attracted to that. So that's your first challenge for the week, is 5 people a day for the next 7 days. Get some eyeballs on your new website. So that's your first thing. So the second way we're going to create exposures is, I want every single person that's on here to host a private Thrive event this week online. So yes, Kara, you're going to be so awesome at this. Teresa, this is something, Tammy, I noticed that you just got a new promoter. You had a new promoter sign up Saturday night. Like, Kara or Kim, I see that you're on here. Like, this is where you need to get your customer that's thinking about becoming a promoter. Like, I mean, Brittany, you had a new customer. See how she feels this week. I know she's starting tomorrow. Rose, you've hit 4K, like, you're 4K. You've got people on your team. Like, oh, Rose just hopped off. I was just giving her a shout out and she just hopped off. Maybe she'll hop back on. But guys, like, this is where you get people exposed to Thrive and where you get into other people's networks. So Teresa, you have new promoters that are wanting to know how they can go hit these ranks. You know, they want to know how they can hit 4K. They want to know how they can hit VIP 800, VIP 1600. Tammy, you have a new promoter in your VIP time period. Host a private event and get out there and get people invited to it. And if you don't want to host a private event, I'm going to host one this week. I will host a private event and you can invite people to it. But that's the other thing. So let's talk about how all of this is going to work together. So you're going to be out there telling people to go check out this Thrive 123 website, right? You're going to be out there having conversations. Well, guess what? Surely you're going to have at least one person that's going to express some kind of interest. Your next thing is, hey, you know, I'm so glad you checked that out. You know what? A friend of mine is actually going to be sharing her story, her personal story. I'm going to invite you to that event. You should just check it out. If you have time, if you're going to be on your couch, take yourself out of it. Don't, you know, or if you feel comfortable, you feel confident, I'm going to be sharing my story. I'm going to be sharing my, you know, what it's done for me. I know you've probably seen some of my posts, but I've actually never shared with you why I do this. I'm going to be live on Facebook in a private event. I would love for you to watch it. Y'all, Kara invited me to do this last week. We had some technical difficulties. Kara, I think it's my phone. I think ever since I dropped my phone and the screen shattered, I'm thinking that there might be some sensitivity issues. Who knows? But I invited a ton of people to watch that. And I mean, I have one guy, he's, waiting for his tax return, but he's like, I'm signing up as a promoter. He said, that video got me so excited, is what he said. That video got me so excited. And it's just such an easy way to stay in front of people. So Teresa, you've got new promoters that are in their VIP, like this is their jam. If they don't feel comfortable having a living room local, which if that is more their speed, do that. Find out what works for your people. Or do they feel more confident having people come over to their house? Do that. But if they don't, if you want to do something fast, get online, do an event. Do a Zoom. You can do a Zoom just like this. These are free. You can create your own. Every single one of you has a Zoom account, which means every single one of you can host a Zoom meeting. And you can do it just like this. And you can actually change the settings to where it's only you. Like you don't see everybody else. Like other people won't see who's all on. It's just under your like account settings. Like you can do it to where just like the host is the only video and you don't see the participants. And so it's just you'll be able to see who's on. It might just be you. But, if you're not big on social media, if you're not big on being on Facebook, have a virtual meeting just like this. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. But that's another thing I'm going to challenge you guys on this week is host a private event. And I'm actually going to give you until next week, like sometime before the end of the month, just because like Brittany, I know that you've got a new customer that's starting, maybe if that's somebody you want to interview, let her get into 4 or 5 days in, see how she's feeling. And, if she feels comfortable next week, doing something like that. But that's kind of the quickest thing that if you've got people that are in your VIP 800 and 1600, you need to schedule a live event with them within their first 5 days. And the key is going into that messenger and you helping them message somebody by saying, here, I got another script for you guys. I'm telling you, I might post this as, so the opinion approach, get into their messenger, new person, brand new. Tammy, you've got a new promoter. Hey, Brittany, I'm the new promoter. Hey, Brittany, how's everything going? Start a little conversation here. So, hey, I don't know what your schedule looks like on Friday. What does your schedule look like on Friday? Thursday evening, whatever time you're going to have this event, ask them what that looks like. Are you going to be home? Are you on the couch? Like, what does your day kind of look like whenever you're going to have this event? I could really use your help. I have something that I would really love your opinion on. I'd love for you to take a look. It's a new business I've just started. It's a new business project I'm working on. I need someone I can trust that I know will give me some honest feedback. And I'm going to go live and share more about it on Thursday during this time. You've already gotten the commitment that they're going to be on the couch, that they're going to be on Facebook. Like you think you could get on Facebook, you think you get here. I'd love for you to kind of check it out from the privacy of your own home and see if it would be something that, I really appreciate your opinion. When they're brand new, like that is how they start talking to their network. I'm doing something. If they've been a customer, it's something that I've experienced as a customer for the last couple of months. I got to tell you, like, me, I used to struggle with headaches. I used to struggle getting out of bed, whatever it is, have them tie that in. I want you to hear more about it. Because we've been friends for a long time. We've both complained about being tired. I'm really excited about it. I'd really value your opinion. Would you mind hopping on Facebook and just watching my story and maybe giving me some feedback on how I could share better? Like you're there. That is how a brand new promoter gets into their network without feeling salesy, without throwing up on Facebook. Or they can even post something on Facebook like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something super crazy. Let me know if you want to hear about it. And that's it. Like, or, it's 2019. I've decided that I'm going to change my life this month. And if you want to know more about it, send me a DM, or whatever. Cause like curious people are going to be like, what are you doing? What's different? they don't have to say like, hey, check out my website. Like, no, like you want, and then that's a conversation in Messenger where you say, oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm doing an event. I'd like to invite you to it. It's just going to be online. It's going to run for 3 days, and I'm actually going to just go live about it. I'm really nervous about going live. Like, talk to people like human beings, normal people. So that's your second challenge for this week. And I'm actually going to give you till next week. Host a private live event, especially I'm looking at Kara, Tammy, and Teresa. Y'all got new VIPs that are working, and that is the fastest way to get into their network. Either host a living room local, but even faster, get online, get an event going, and do it private, because do a private event, give them the opportunity to be able to invite people in. Like, anybody can invite people in, but make it a private event, so then that way it's not showing up on your timeline. Because I think because it's public, it doesn't give you that option. So make it a private event. So those are the first two things. So first, we've got the new website that you can, and like I said, I'm gonna email. I think I know every single person that's on here. I'm gonna email you this PDF. And there's five social media scripts that he put on here, but I just wanted to share with you those specific two. But I love everything that Bob Heilig's all about. So, I mentioned him on our live on Monday, and freaking, of course, what did he do? He popped up in my newsfeed. I'm like, Facebook, you creeper. But he had some 5-day recruiting challenge. And so I joined it because I was like, I love free trainings. Like, and of course, he has this 14-day trial that's like tugging at my heart that now I'm like, oh, I should probably do this. And it's like $60 a month. And I'm like, I don't need to buy any more training. But they're so good. They like suck you in, because now I'm all like, it's only 3 more hours left. Like, I am like the perfect candidate of like getting sucked into that kind of stuff. But these scripts are super good. I'm going to share them with you guys. So, so the first one is how to approach people this week, asking for feedback on the website, 5 people a day for the next 7 days, 35 people this week, and then host a private event where you share your Thrive experience, or you interview somebody and have them share their Thrive experience. And hopefully Facebook will recognize that their phone is literally turned. I turned it every way. Kara could never get to join you. The third thing is, and this is what I'm going to do my live training on tomorrow night in our group page. So y'all get a sneak peek, and y'all get to be ahead of the game. And I'm actually going to give you another thing that y'all get to be ahead of the game for. Friday, the USA Today article is going to come out, and that is going to be huge. So what I did the last time that we had the USA Today article come out, I went to like hotels. So like we have this like little section that's probably, 3 or 4 miles from our house. It's like a home suites. It's like a Marriott, it's like a Marriott or remote, like all like kind of the extended stay, like those kinds of things. Guys, they have USA Today's in their lobby. And I literally just went up there and asked them if I could have them because they're free at these hotels. And I got I think I got like 15 or 20 of them. And really I only wanted the insert. And I kind of asked for that too. Like, I was like, hey, and because by the end of the day, they're going to throw them out. So like, if they still have them by Friday afternoon, like, they probably won't mind. Or you can offer to buy them from them. Like, they're only like $1, $1.50, because where do they really sell USA Today's anymore? I don't even know. So hotels were kind of like my jam, where I went to go find these. So that's going to be your mission on Friday, is to go find these inserts from USA Today. And, this is going to be the thing. And here's the other thing that you need to be doing this week is people that are maybe on the fence, that are kind of like your warm people, like I've got a whole list of people that I'm just like, are we pulling the trigger or what? Because I don't understand what the problem is. But so I'm going to go to them this week and say, hey, do you ever have any access to USA Today's? Do you ever see any USA Today's? Are you close to any hotels? You got to tell them where to go, like where they're going to see them. Starbucks usually has like USA Today. Guess what's going to happen on Friday? The USA Today actually has an article about Le-Vel. And I know you've been thinking about joining my team. They're actually going to do this whole write-up on why this is like one of the best opportunities for extra income in the United States. I think that you would appreciate reading that. I'm sure you would want to see it. And that they are going to want to see it, because if I hadn't joined yet and I was like kind of on the fence, I would be finding a USA Today article for sure. I'd be looking for that on Friday. I wouldn't tell Jen I was probably going to read it, but I would definitely probably have been paying attention and kept my eyes open. So that is another way for you to be exposing people to thrive in the opportunity this week. And especially since I have challenged you guys to, and I would pick up extras, because one of the things that you can do in your live event is you can offer to mail these to people and, use it as a prize, have people, Tammy, I will answer that question in just a second. Use it as make copies of it, take pictures of it. I did that. I took pictures of the first one and I would underline it because, if you have your phone, if you have an iPhone, I don't know about Android, but I'm sure they have this cool feature because Androids are supposed to be better than iPhones. You can underline the things that are important, or if you're taking a picture of it, underline it yourself, highlight it yourself, read this part. And, that's another way to start a conversation, send it as a picture and say, I don't know if you saw this USA Today article. Holy crap. There's a reason I want you to be a part of this with me. I don't want you to miss out. Look at what USA Today has said about Le-Vel. I know that, that I talk about it being a great opportunity. That I want you on my team, but here's why. I'm not just a crazy person. I'm not just gonna, it's not just because I think you're gonna make me all this money. It's because I honestly think that I have this opportunity that I think could change your life and that I want us to do together. And it's just another way to validate what you're telling people and why you want them to join you and why you want them to be a part of this opportunity. And it's not just you that thinks this is a great opportunity. USA Today thinks it's a great opportunity, and it's in their freaking paper. And guess what? USA Today, it's in London. It's in Australia. They are there. You go to New York, you can get access to papers from the UK. You can get other countries' newspapers. I know USA Today is in Europe. I've seen it. I've personally seen it. So this should be a huge, bring you up to a different confidence level, this article coming out on Friday. And if you do not use it, shame on you. Shame on you. That's all I'm going to say. The people that use these tools, you need to be using it. And this is exactly how to take yourself out of it. Hey, I know I tell you all the time, you probably think I'm crazy. Check out what USA Today thinks about this opportunity. It's a slam dunk. It's so awesome. So those are the 3 ways that we're going to really be generating exposure and starting conversations this week. Is 1, what I told you guys about the market research approach. Asking somebody, I've been asked by the company to do some market research. I really value your opinion. If I sent you over this new website I've been working on, say you've been working on it. Would you give me feedback? Would you take a look at it? Let me know. Do you think it's user-friendly? Do you not? What did you like it? Is it offensive? People love being offended. Ask them, are you offended by this? They'll be like, oh, so intriguing. What's so offensive about it? That's one way to start a conversation. 2, Facebook Live event. Okay, so Tammy's question was, for a Facebook Live event, do you just create an event like normal? Yes. You literally go to event, create event, and for location, it's your computer at home, and it goes through the settings, and that's where you can decide if it's public or private. Can people invite you? Who can invite? Can the host only invite people? I would keep it to where guests can invite guests, because you want them to, invite other people. And you can make it fun. You know, hey, when we get 20 people that have said that they're going to be in attendance, I'm going to do a $20 Amazon gift card. You know, whatever you've got, like a tumbler, some sunglasses, I don't know, like just have fun with it. Like we're going to do a prize giveaway. I'm going to do a book, you know, Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis, or everybody that invites 5 people gets their name into a drawing for something. Like have fun with your guests, make it last, you know, 3 or 4 days, and say you have until, you know, February 24th to get people in. And for every 5 people that you invite, you get a ticket into a drawing for Girl Wash Your Face. You know, pick stuff that you like, have fun with it, and then go live, you know, generate that interest. There's a lot of different ways that you can have a lot of fun with these events, you know, and let people know, hey, when we get to 25 people RSVP'd, you know, we're gonna do this, or we're gonna do that. Like have fun with it. And then just make it private so that when you do go live, so then you can just go live in the event whenever you want to. It's an option, just like it's a post. Like you can either write something or you can go live. Just go live, and you'll be in the event. So if they already have an account, it's still good to get their feedback just to watch the video. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because let's be honest, most of us that probably have customer accounts, we created them and they never looked at the website in the first place. And so it's such a great way to say, hey, I know you've had an account with me for a while. I don't even know if you've ever even looked at the website. I know you did it as a favor for me. I wanted to know, I actually have been working on a new website. Would you be willing to give me some feedback on it? You know, just talk to people like normal people, Kara. Human beings. Just talk to them like they're a human being. You know, I really appreciated your support before. Would it be too much to ask you for another favor? You know, that kind of thing. Like people love to help other people, you know, like they love to, they might not do it right away, but that gives you a reason to follow up with them next week of, hey, did you ever get a chance to check out that website? What did you think? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? And then they're going to be like, oh crap, I didn't watch it. And then they'll go look at it. You know what I mean? So, it's just about creating that conversation. And then the third thing is the USA Today article that's coming out on Friday. I'm going to talk more in depth. Basically, I'm going to talk about all these exact same things with the USA Today article tomorrow in our team page, but you guys get a preview. You guys are ahead of the game. You know, let people know, especially hot leads that are thinking about joining your team. Like this is a huge, I mean, because if the article is anything like the first one, it's going to talk about how this is a very unique opportunity and why it has value, and why, if you're looking for extra income, this is a great source for it. So I have no doubt that's going to be a great article. So yeah. All right. I think that's all I got for you guys tonight. Does anybody have any questions about any struggles that they had during the week? Did everybody get some kind of organization going? They feel good about it? Okay. One of the things, so I did tell Kim this at our last Thrive After 5, but since you guys are my elite group, wanted to let you know I am working on a leaders retreat for July 25th through July 28th. Is that not a good weekend, Kara? It's the last week of July. That is tentative. I've been looking at places. I think it's going to be a joint leaders retreat with Kyla, who did the training last week. I think we're going to team up and do one together. So her team's going to have X amount of spots. My team's going to have X amount of spots. It'll be similar to the one that we did in August, where it's like points. So the top people with points will, it'll be the top people with points will be eligible. It'll probably launch March 1st. So March, April, and May will be the qualifying months, and then it will be at that very last weekend in July. And right now we're looking, originally I was looking at a beach house, but Houston in July, hurricanes, it can be hit or miss. So we're kind of looking at like a lake in the San Antonio area. So people could fly into San Antonio or Austin. That is kind of where we're at right now with that. Working on details. My goal is to have everything finalized so that we can hit the ground running March 1st. March will be the first qualifying month. But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that that was in the works. And I actually found a place that I just sent her tonight. So if she likes this place and I like this place, I think this is the place we're going to book. So anyways, but that is where, so if you have any questions that you want me to help answer, like what should you say in this situation? I've got somebody dealing with this, struggling with that. Oh, one other thing I wanted to tell you guys, go ahead and look at your auto ship reports. 2 have already run. That's going to give you an idea of what's going to hit on the 25th. We always never know what Lavelle could announce between now and the end of the month, but that's going to give you any idea of how you need to break down what every day needs to look like in order to hit whatever rank you're going for. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Does anybody have any, like, want to talk about this, struggling with this? How do I overcome that? This has been a win for me this week. Something that you put into place this week that you're like super excited about, that's working for you. You're going to have to unmute yourself if you want to chat, but I'd love to kind of hear if anybody's got anything they want to share or any questions they might have. Everybody's good? Everybody knows what to focus on this week? Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I'm going to take y'all's pictures so I can tag you guys on the IG, because y'all know that that's where I love to live these days. So everybody smile. Let's see if I got you all. Oh man, I got more. Hold on. Wait for it. Okay, there we go. All right, got you guys. All right, perfect. Okay, well, y'all have a good week. Y'all know what to do. Thrive 123 website, live event, private live event, and USA Today article. Leaders Retreat coming. So, all right, you guys have a great night, and I'll see y'all later. End meeting.